Hello everyone, I am Kranthi Kumar. Today we are discussing about time scaling properties of DFT. Time scaling. A signal x of t may be scaled in a time by replacing the independent variable t by at. Here, a is called by the scaling factor. The independent variable t is replaced by at and a greater than 1. The signal is compressed. This can be achieved by dividing every time instance in a signal x of t by a. Yet 0 lesser than a lesser than 1, the signal is expanded. This can be achieved by dividing every time instance in a signal x of t by a. Consider a signal x of t as shown figure 1 and figure 2. Show the signal x of 3t. It is compared since a3. During this process, the width of signal x of t changes. Therefore, W greater than W0. Show the signal x of 1 by 2.5 t. It is expanded since 0 lesser than a lesser than 1. During this process, the width of the signal x of t changes. Therefore, W lesser than W0. Now we are discussing about properties of DFT. First one, periodicity, linearity, circular symmetric of sequence, symmetric properties of sequence, circular convolution.
Properties of DFT periodicity. Let x of n and x of k be the DFT pair of then if x of n plus n is equal to x of n for all n, then x of k plus n is equal to x of k for all k. Thus periodicity sequence of x of pn can be given as xp of n is equal to summation of L is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n minus Ln.
Now we discuss about linearity. The linearity properties of state that if x1 of n over dft x1 of k and x2 of n over dft x2 of k, then a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n over dft a1 of x1 of k plus a2 x2 of kn. DFT of linear combination of two or more signals is equal to the same linear combination of DFT individual signals. Now we discuss about circular symmetric of a sequence. A sequence is said to be a circular event if it is a symmetric about the point 0 on the circular, thus x of n minus n is equal to x of n. The sequence is said to be a circular odd if it is antisymmetric about the point 0 on the circular, thus x of n minus n is equal to minus x of n. A circular folder sequence is represented as x of minus n and given by x of minus n is equal to x of n minus n. Anticlockwise direction given delayed sequence and clockwise direction given advanced sequence. Thus, delay or advanced sequence x of n is related to x of n by a circular shift. Symmetric properties of a sequence. Symmetric properties for real valued x of n, that is x1 of n is equal to 0. Real and even sequence x of n, that is x1 of n is equal to 0 and x1 of k is equal to 0. Real and odd sequence x of n, that is x1 of n is equal to 0 and xr k is equal to 0. Pure imaginary x of n, that is xr n is equal to 0. Now we discuss about circular convolution. The circular convolution properties state that if x1 of n or dft x1 of k and x2 of n or dft x2 of k, then x1 of n and x2 of n or dft x1 of k x2 of k are planar. It means that circular convolution of x1 of n and x2 of n is equal to multiplication on their DFT. The circular convolution of two period discrete signals with period of n given by y of n is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 n minus 1 x1 of n in x2 of n minus n capital N. Multiplication of two sequences in time domain is called as linear convolution, while multiplication of two sequences in frequency domain is called as circular convolution. Result both are totally different but are related with each other. Thank you from Kranthi Kumar, roll number 611927, ECE department.